Hello, this is Professor Hazari. In this short video, I would like to show you where items in the course are located. I have been at the university for over 20 years, and I have found that faculty members arrange courses differently. So at the beginning of every semester, I provide this video in all my classes to make sure you understand where the course content is located and how the discussions and projects are organized. So I have gone ahead and logged into the course, and this is the home page of the course when you first enter it. On top are some of these icons. This will show you if you have new email. This is a notification for any new discussion posts that have been posted by me or other students. And this is an update for any announcements that may have been posted. Now the announcement section is the major portion of the screen. So for example, the first announcement is telling you that the course starts January 12th, assignments are in progress. So I do post at least one announcement every week, and usually first thing Monday morning. So the important thing to do is check what announcement has been posted, and I usually give you additional information on what is expected during the week. Then on top is your navigation bar, and the next important item over here is the calendar on the right side. So this one will tell you any upcoming assignments that are due, but the problem is the way this course is set up, you will have one main post, usually by Wednesday or Thursday, and one response post. Now the calendar will tell you that the week will end on Saturday. Most of our weeks are Monday through Saturday. There's a few 2-week assignments, but there is an interim deadline, which is the main post, usually due, as I said, Wednesday or Thursday. So the calendar will only tell you when the week starts and the week ends. It is important that you look at the assignment instructions that are located in the content area. There is a significant penalty for any late assignments, so please make sure that you are posting assignments and discussions, projects, and so on by the due date. Because if you post after the due date, there is a 25% per day late penalty, which will significantly affect your overall grade at the end of the semester. Now let's look at the content area next. So these are tabs. So I have made quite a few weeks available ahead of time. So let's start with the very first tab over here. If you expand on this, you will see that you have a course syllabus. You will be using 2 textbooks in the course. One is the one that I wrote, 100 ChatGPT prompts, and the other one is by CourseDen, and all the tests will come. There are 3 tests. All the tests will come from this textbook, as well as the reading material each week identifies the chapters and the page numbers which you will have to read to start with the discussion. And in addition, you will also have to source articles, research articles from journals, and that can be done from Google Scholar or the Galileo database at the library, and I have other videos that will show you how to do that. Then there are 2 videos. The first one is why is AI important for business? So that's a separate video, 10 minutes. I would encourage you to read that. And this is the one that you are watching right now. This tells you where items in the course are located. Now, I do have a disclosure and transparency statement, and I expect you to do the same. If you're using any AI tool, clearly disclose in what capacity you have used those AI tools. And there's a format for citing a reference, and I have included that in the syllabus. We will be following APA guide. APA is just a way to format references. And then there's something called a 2212 rule or a guideline that explains that all the discussions have to be formatted in a certain way. So no more than 22 words a sentence and no more than 12 lines in a paragraph, because that makes it easier to read. And if you look at the instructions, you will see that I have provided you examples of what discussions and projects should look like, anything that has a writing assignment associated with it. In this course, we will be doing a lot of discussions, and discussions have two components, a main post and a response post. In the past, students are confused as to what main posts and response posts are. So I've given you a sample from previous semester. So please click on this and read it to make sure that you understand what the expectations are. So I'm going to jump over to the syllabus, which is the first item over here. And again, please read the syllabus. My office hours are Wednesday, 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. Make sure that you set up any assignments, because I may be in the lab or I may be out. So it's best to request an assignment so that I can be in my office. And if you have any password problems, login problems, I've given you the help desk number that you can contact. Then you have the catalog description. I'll let you read this on your own. For the textbooks, you do not need to purchase anything. You have 2 textbooks and also the library and Galileo. So you will be accessing all the materials from there. Then you have course objectives, course policies. Now, this is very important. The course is about AI. So you are expected to use AI, but the important thing is you have to be transparent about any AI use, and you have to be ethical. It is very, very easy for me to know if the material that is being posted in discussions or projects is AI generated, and I do use certain tools as well as my experience in identifying those. So unfortunately, I cannot give you any credit if the assignment clearly says this should be in your own words and you provide AI generated content. That would be an automatic point deduction and you will not get credit for it. Also, caution about use of tools such as Grammarly and Quillbot. Please use it minimally for just correcting spelling and basic grammar. Again, perfect writing is not expected in this course. This is not a writing course. However, clear communication and the terminology and so on are expected. So if you ask Grammarly or Quillbot to rephrase entire sentences, on the back end, as we will learn in this class, it is using AI. So what you're doing is you're asking it to generate AI content, and then when you copy and paste that, it gets flagged as AI. So once again, please be very, very careful about Grammarly and Quillbot. You can use it, but use it only for basic grammar checking or spell checking. And I was telling you about how to cite material. That's this link over here. So that has examples on if you reference something, how do you cite it? Then you have other information about feedback. I have been with the university for over 20 years, and what students have appreciated in all my classes is I give you feedback not only as a score, but individual feedback to every student in every assignment. And my goal is to have every student make an A in the course, and I will help you with that. If you have any problems, please reach out early once the assignment deadline is passed. And if you submit any assignment, you are allowed to submit up to 4 days with 25% per day late penalty. But after that, there is no credit. As I was saying, that to get the highest score, you must submit assignments on time, because the late assignments eats into your grade, and you may drop at least 1 letter grade if you consistently are submitting assignments late. And our weeks run Monday through Saturday, and I have made several weeks available ahead of time, so feel free to work ahead. It is not required. The only thing is I'm asking is just try to keep up with weekly assignments and submit it on time. Then I mentioned the 22-12 rule, and I'm going through this quickly because you can read this on your own time and make sure that you understand what the assignments and expectations are. So as I was saying, you have chapter discussions. The main post you have Monday through Thursday, 70% of the grade, and when you respond to another student, it is 30% of the grade. And I will have a rubric, and you will be graded according to the rubric. When you go into the discussion post, you cannot see other students' posts unless you have done your own main post first. Here's what the grading scale looks like. The total course points are 410, and to get an A grade in this course, you need to get 90% of 410. I will keep the gradebook updated so that at the end of every assignment, you know where you stand in this course. And the next thing you should see is the course schedule. As I was saying, the course starts January 12th, ends on January 17th, which is a Saturday. And you can go into the content to see where the assignment and the instructions are located. Note in your calendar that test number 1 is scheduled for week 5. However, it is not available the entire week. Once again, go into content and it'll tell you the 2 days when the course is available. I do have any other extra credit assignments, so that's optional. If you want to complete that, that is up to you. And our final exam, according to the university calendar, is May 4th and 5th. So I would go ahead and instead of relying on the CourseDen calendar, I would include all these dates in your personal calendar. You may be using an app, or just use the calendar app of your phone so that you are sure that you're not missing any assignments and submitting them late. Going back to the course, so that was the course documents. There are 9 items in here. Then let's go ahead and collapse this and then go into week 1. So let's say you're ready to start week 1 assignment. You would click on, and all the weeks are set up similarly. You have instructions, you have where you submit the assignment, and just for week 1, I have given you a sample main post and response post. So please read this, see the format, see the style, see the research guidelines on how to compose a main post before doing your post. So let's quickly jump into week 1 instructions. So it tells you what topics are covered, what the readings are from the 2 textbooks. I do provide you short videos. Feel free to do YouTube searches for other longer videos, but this is just the basic information that you will need to complete the assignment. Then I've given you background information, some graphics to help you. So here's your discussion assignment. And this is what you will do for your main post by Thursday at 11:59 p.m. By the way, the discussion is on a timer, so I am not up at Thursday at 11:59 p.m. The timer is set in advance, so the discussion board will close at this deadline. But for the main post, you will still see the discussion open. If you're submitting it late, go ahead and post it. But when you come to Saturday at 11:59 p.m., that is the last time you can enter the discussion board. After that, the discussion board is locked. So let's say if you have to submit a late assignment and the discussion board is locked, you will have to email that to me, and all the emails that you send to me need to be from within CourseDen. I'll show you in a minute where that is located. So that's the instructions for the main post and the response post. If you run into any problems, if you're still not sure, please reach out to me via text message or email, and I will be happy to help you. Once again, I want to make sure that you're getting a good start in this course, and all the assignments after you do the first couple of assignments are similar. Obviously, the topics are different, but once you know how you're doing in the course and what your grades are, you should be able to feel confident of doing the upcoming assignments. So that was your week 1. Let's go back to content, and then at the end of the week you can go into week 2, week 3, and so on. So that's how the content area of the course is laid out. A few other items we will look at. Under communications, you have class list. This is how you send me an email. So when you click on class list, you will see a tab over here that says instructors and TA. So when you click on this, you will do a drop down menu, and you will say send email. And just go ahead and just leave the course over here, and you can do something like question about week 1 assignment, and you can put in your body text here, and all the discussions as well as the email has an upload button. Once you click on this, you can go ahead and select any file that you want to send me as an attachment. If there is no attachment, then just go ahead and send this as plain text, and you have formatting also available to you. If you want to insert an image like a screenshot, if something is not working, you can do insert image. So that's how you do email. Once again, it was located under communication, class list, instructors and TAs, and then click on my name. So that's groups we don't use in this course. Discussion is just a list of discussions. First is a virtual water cooler. This is not graded. If you have any non-technical course questions, these are just general questions. If you have specific questions that relate to your personal items, go ahead and use the email, communication, class list, click on my name. And week 1, when you're ready to post your discussion, compose it offline. Make sure you do spell check, grammar check, check the references and so on, and then copy and paste. And this is kind of grayed out right now because it's going to be open January 10th, even though the course starts January 12th, but I'm doing this video way early. So you will see you can click on this and you will be able to create a main post, and that's how you enter your main post and your response post. So that was under communication discussions. Going back to announcements, if you want to go back to the very first page, and you can do email, the same thing. If for some reason you need to do a video conference, you're not available to come to my office, we can do a Zoom call as well. Just click on Zoom conference, send me a note, and this is how you will, I'll send you a URL for the video conferencing link, and then we can do a Zoom conference. Please be on a laptop because that's the only way I can see your screen. The phone app for Zoom is not very good and will not allow you to share files and so on. And then you have grades. Once you go in here, you will see all the grades that have been posted. And you can get a running total of what assignments are pending. Click on this calculator and it'll show you each grade. Obviously, this is the beginning of the semester, so there are no grades posted. But please keep an eye on your grades. I submit grades to CourseDen and make it available to you by latest by Wednesday or Thursday morning. Because the assignment ends on Saturday. I have a few other courses that I'm teaching, so I try to get it done by Wednesday, but latest by Thursday morning. Then you have resources. Over here, Writing Center is important and library is important. The other important URL is the scholar.google.com. I will have a separate video where you can see how Google Scholar can be used to access research articles. And then that's pretty much it. So that was what the course looks like. I would encourage you to go ahead and start on assignment 1. And if you have any questions, feel free to reach out. And I hope this video has been helpful to you.